Hey guys, welcome back to the Fresh Canvas channel. How are you guys? I hope you are well. I am so happy to have you with me. In today's video, we are going to be talking all things personal style, why I believe in finding and developing your personal style, and why I think that you guys should do so too. We are living in times where the fashion trends are constantly changing, they're coming and going, and the trend cycles are getting shorter and shorter, and this means that it can be difficult to keep up with these trends. Something is in today, you buy it, it's out tomorrow, you can't wear it anymore. This is why I believe in finding and developing your own sense of style. So what is personal style? Personal style means to have a personal sense of fashion that reflects your unique individuality and personality. It means creating a wardrobe that is timeless and speaks to who you are as a person. Some key aspects of personal style include self-expression, which means your style is a reflection of your personality and your individuality, as I've mentioned. So your style communicates who you are without you even having to speak. So for someone like me, I am creative, I am artistic, so you will see it in the bold, bright, colorful prints that I wear and the unique, creative way that I put outfits together. Another key aspect of personal style is consistency. Even though your style may evolve over time, personal style tends to have a cohesiveness. So it's colors and silhouettes and textures that you tend to gravitate towards. So for me, for example, it would be vintage. I love vintage. So I tend to gravitate towards more vintage style items. Give me a vintage blazer, vintage denim jeans, or a vintage skirt or tie any time of day. Another aspect of personal style is individuality. So this means doing what works for you and not necessarily what's trendy or popular. So for me, I don't like following a trend or doing something because it's popular or because it's what's in. I feel like the older that I've grown, the more I've become comfortable with being my own person. When I was younger, I used to care a lot about fitting in. So I would want to do, what other people are doing. And I mean, because trend cycles don't really last that long, I want to wear an item for as long as I'm into it, not for a time period that's determined by the fashion industry or by influencers or the latest trend cycle. So I tend to just like doing my own thing. Trying to keep up with trend cycles can be very limiting. For one, it can get very pricey, especially in today's day and age where trend cycles are getting shorter and shorter, as I've mentioned. This means that the period of time that a certain style or color or aesthetic is getting shorter and shorter. That means that you can buy something today and it's no longer in tomorrow, and then you have to get rid of it, and that can get very pricey. The downside to that as well is that many clothing items end up in landfills, which is very damaging to our environment. Trying to keep up with the latest trends can also put you under pressure, and you can lose yourself in the process. If you're always trying to look like everyone else, if you're always trying to do what's in, who are you really? Where do we see who you are and how your style is a reflection of that? What do you really like if your style is always informed by what celebrities and influencers or everyone around you is doing? Let's talk about some of the trends in the 2010s that have come and gone. Listen, in the early to mid 2010s, when the whole black consciousness movement re-emerged, it was all about natural hair. We were wearing beads and dashikis. And I remember, because I was seeing them everywhere, I actually bought a dashiki. And to be honest, I can count the number of times that I wore that thing. My brother ended up being the one to wear it, and I cannot even tell you where it is today. And who could forget the colorful skinny jeans? had everyone looking like a smarty, but I loved it, especially as an artist. But I'm not mad that the trend is gone. And I actually saw someone say recently that skinny jeans are out, like they've been out. And I realized that, wait a minute, I haven't seen the cool kids rocking skinny jeans.
Can't be wearing skinny jeans. You can't. We're not in 2017 no more, 2016. Them days are done.
What's your biggest fashion ick? Definitely skinny jeans, particularly ripped ones.
And this is why it's time to say goodbye to skinny jeans. Apart from the fact that this trend belongs to 2010,
we've gone back to baggy jeans, which proves my point about trends coming and going. And now the jeans are baggy, they are low cuts around the waist with the underwear showing at the top. And if you know that this was a thing in the 90s and 2000s. And I mean, if we're going to talk about jeans, we cannot leave the insanely ripped jeans. And yes, I am guilty of some DIY ripped jeans swag. I would also rip my leggings and then wear like fishnet stockings underneath that. And all I can say is that we thank God for growth. And I mean, one of my favorite ones was the fanny pack. That thing was so convenient. I actually still have mine, but I just don't wear it anymore. It was convenient. You could put all your stuff in it. And it was great for the girl that wanted to obviously have her stuff in one place, but wasn't too fond of handbags because maybe the handbags thing was a little bit too girly. And how can I talk about trends if I'm not going to talk about the flower crowns? I never bought a flower crown, but who needed to when we had the infamous Snapchat filter? So as you can see for yourself, the trends have really come and gone, and I am not mad at these trends not being a thing anymore. But I do want to add that trends don't have to be mainstream. They can be things that are trendy within a certain community, like the vintage community or the boho community. I also want to add that I'm not saying never try out any trends. Trends can be fun to try out. I just don't believe in keeping up with every single one. I believe in a style that is reflective of who I am and curating a wardrobe that is timeless and speaks to whom I am. Developing your own personal style has its benefits. What I love about it is the freedom and the confidence and the creativity that it brings. As I've mentioned, you become more okay with who you are. You're more sure of who you are, and it's reflective in your style. You don't feel the need to keep up with every single trend. And I think that this is also something that comes with growing older and becoming more confident and comfortable in who you are. You're not as interested in being validated and approved by everyone around you. And I think that that is freedom, and I love it. Developing your own personal style also gives you the freedom to be able to experiment, which really brings out the creativity. You learn things about yourself that you didn't know before. You know what's a slay for you, what's a miss for you. And so I just love the creative element of the freedom that comes with being creative and experimenting. Developing your personal style is a form of expressing yourself, so you get to set the tone of who you are and how you want people to perceive you through the way that you dress without even having to speak, which I love. When I enter a room, people can usually tell that that I am an artistic and creative person by the way that I dress. So my style speaks to who I am without even me having to say anything. So what I will say about your personal style journey is that it's a journey and it evolves over time as you get to know more about yourself. So don't feel the need to rush to do a complete closet makeover. Instead, take your time and be mindful, thoughtful, conscious of the direction that you want to go in with regards to your personal style. I would recommend starting off by saving images from Pinterest and Instagram and other apps of the kind of items that you want to incorporate into your closet. And this will give you a visual idea of the direction that you want to go. So just, start building up those images, create some style boards. And, it also brings a very fun element to developing your personal style. I would recommend checking out some thrift shops. This is great because thrift shops are very, very affordable. You can find so many dope, unique things at a bargain price. I also love thrifting because it is It is a way of practicing sustainability and being conscious of the way that we consume fashion. And like I say, you can find some really unique pieces, which is great if you want to stand out in your own way, like myself. And remember not to rush. Remember that this is a journey. So go through your wardrobe and consciously decide what you need to add and what you need to take out. And then when you go thrifting or shopping, you can slowly start adding the kind of items that you want to incorporate into your wardrobe. As I've said, again, it is a journey. It takes time. So be patient and have fun with it. And speaking of having fun with it, I really would like to encourage you to get outside your comfort zone. Try items here and there that you wouldn't normally go for. I think this is a great way to develop and grow in your personal style. I think it's also a great way to learn new things about yourself and to really stretch your creativity and to have fun ultimately and grow your confidence. The key to having a personal sense of style is confidence. So don't restrict yourself or shy away because what are people going to say? I mean, of course, people are going to talk, but it's not about them, it's about you. And the analogy that I would use is that if you see those Olympic divers that dive off the really, really high board, they start by diving just off the edge of the pool. So you don't have to make like big leaps. It can just be, one thing outside your comfort zone, one thing that you haven't done before. And then you just start taking bigger and bigger and bigger risks. And that's how you grow in your confidence. And that's also how you start to care less about what other people think. And there you have it. Developing your own personal style is about using fashion to express your individuality. It's about having fun with your look and building a wardrobe that is timeless and speaks to who you are as a person. It's about having fun. It's a journey and it's constantly evolving and changing. Keeping up with trends can be daunting, it can be limiting, and it can be suffocating. So I want to encourage you to invest in finding and developing your personal style. Feel free to share your personal style journey in the comments. Let me know the trends that you tried out, some of the trends that you loved, some of them that you hated, some trends that you maybe wish would come back. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.